So basically the reason I've been pushing this $45 gimbal off on everyone is, number one, it works really well and it can handle all the way up to the GoPro Hero 7 because the GoPro Hero 7 has the HDMI port. So I know I've been pushing this on you guys, but I want you to understand it gives you a ton of camera options. So there's my original Hero 3 on there, right? If I put the tilt switch down over here on the, let me see if I can put my hand in shot, there we go. I watch the camera, down she goes. You can see I still have video on my screen because I'm plugged into the HDMI port on the side here. But if I want camera controls, because you'll see I have no camera controls. I have no camera controls on here, right? If I want camera controls, I can just tune into my GoPro app and communicate with it through either Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. I believe this is the Wi-Fi version, so I can just tap over real quick to Wi-Fi. And make the adjustment on the fly as long as I'm close enough. But other than that, you kind of got to just hit record. Now the newer cameras, the GoPro Hero 7 and stuff, you can communicate with through Bluetooth for quite a ways. So it's actually a better setup. But the older cameras you just have to disconnect from the app real quick, leave it sitting in the air wherever it's at, and then transition your settings to the camera as long as you're within 300 yards of the machine. But I mean, for the most part, guys, it gives you a ton of camera options. Plus, you still get all your main functionality like tilt controls and stuff like that. You will be limited on using a lot of the follow me functions and stuff. But I mean, let's say you don't have a gimbal, and as you guys know, the gimbals are very, very expensive. People are not selling the gimbals for cheap right now. So you could buy this $45 gimbal, 2 zip ties, tie it into the old setup. You still have your anti-vibration mounts. This is your tilt control. This gets soldered onto pin 14 in the top, and then you take your original gimbal wire and you power up. Now what's fun about this is that I can go back to the stock gimbal if I want to still. So I can go third party, or I can go back to the stock gimbal if I ever, let's say you get your hands on one down the road and you just want to use the stock gimbal so that all the features become available, so you can do that. The reason I did this setup is because I wanted to be able to run my GoPro Hero 7 with hyper smooth, being able to shoot at 4K at 60 frames per second, or not limiting myself to other action cameras. For instance, the 1R, the Insta360 Go 1R, HDMI capable. I can plug into that, communicate with it, and take incredible footage. Or if I wanted to run a 360 camera, I could do all those things with this setup. So that is the whole reason that I did this. So I just want to show you that it still works with the original Heroes and all the way up to Hero 7, or you can run other, sport cameras on here. I have the installation video of how to install this and set it up and all that baloney. If you guys really want to do this, if it's something you wanted to cater to, it's very, very easy. You're literally only soldering 3 things to make this work, and then you just have to make one protocol change in either Solex or Tower App, and I have the download for Tower App if anybody needs it. So like I said, this is very simple to do to run newer cameras, or just, let's say you don't have a gimbal, you want a cheap option for yourself. Well, that's $45, and you see you still get tilt controls. So you can just start the recording and then send it, and then when you get back, you got your whole recording, you just edit it down and you're good to go. It just shut off on me because there's no SD card, so it's like shut off. So there you go. As you can see, I get my feed. I get my feed on there. So, alright guys, let me know.